Let's see. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know what? On my phone it's saying it's still waiting, but on my here I see I'm live.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Uh,
Never know what time it is, do we, Kim? Never.
I know. It's Linda Jean House is in the house. Uh, the wait seemed longer than usual. I think it's, I know I have been absent since the last one. I haven't posted anything, so that might have something to do with why. I mean, you've been posting, but I have not.
Yes, you've been all around the country. Great.
I know it's been a good summer, actually a good re-entry. I think since May I've been meeting cool people and seeing my family, so it's a wonderful thing. It's good to be out and about. Still careful, but out and about.
That's great.
All right. Well, good morning. We got Denisha. She was first in the house today. So welcome, welcome. And Latoya. And who else do I see in here?
Karen and Linda Jean.
And Deb Murray, MVP for Christy's channel. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you guys. Ravini is here. Pastel Dreams. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, wherever you are. Tina Brenning. Hey, today is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to see you guys. Or good afternoon, wherever you are. We're so happy to be here.
I had to refresh mine because I was in the waiting section. In case that happens to you, just real quick, refresh it now and we'll give you a second to come on back because sometimes that happens.
It does. It does.
I don't know. Grab a cup and join us, though. Got to say that, right?
Yes, please do. You know, I made coffee this morning, but water is the drink for right now, and I'll at some point get some coffee. But I am trying to stay cool.
All right. Well, I can go over our what is our segments real quick, but our main thing is community. And if you want to come on the live and join us and show us your makes, don't worry about what segment we are in. We're just doing it for us. So we have some kind of, I don't know what we call it. What do you call it, Cam?
Some kind of flow, some kind of way to organize ourselves so that we, hit certain points every week. But yeah, it doesn't matter what you talk about when you come on the show. What matters is that you come on and be a part of the community with us as well. Remember also that you don't have to put your face on the camera. You can just train your camera on your project if you want to. As much as we love seeing your faces, I do understand sometimes you just are not camera ready, and most of the time I'm not. So I just don't let that be the reason why you don't come on the show.
Yep. So I'm going to go over those segments real quick with you. We have hooks in progress where we show our whips, works in progress. We have favorite stitches. Could be something, a tool, a favorite item you're doing, something someone made you, whatever your favorite is for the month. Hooks, handmade classics. I'd like to see something that was hand down to you, maybe an heirloom. I would love to see all of those. Which brings us into the middle of the show, and our vintage make-along is going on right now. It is a quarterly make-along, so it's running through July, August, September. I like to see your whips for that. If you have one, tell us about it, why you picked it, why you thought it was a good thing to fall in that theme. Also, we have a favorite of Kim's, Stitches Shenanigans. Then we will show something we finished this month. It could be something you already saw. Could be something that we surprised you with, or a languishing whip that we decided to finish. And then hooks happenings. This gives you a chance to share make-alongs or channels that are new or whatever you want to share. Just come on and tell us this is going on, or I met this person, or I'm going to be here and meet me, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
Right. So,
Wonderful.
and I'm
Well,
Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy on the East Coast.
and I'm Kim from the Crafty Nomad on the West Coast. We want to say welcome, welcome to everybody. You guys know we created this whole thing just to be a place of respite for you, where we talk about all things crafty and don't worry about what's going on in the world. We want this to be a place of peace, of comfort, and just your place for chill, chat, and craft. So we are so grateful that you guys decided to join us today. You could be anywhere, spending your time doing whatever else you want to do, but you have chosen to be here with us. And we want to say thank you for that. We really do appreciate it. And I want to quickly say hi to Bev and Vicky from Gotcha Hooked. I saw Tina and Yvette Wilson, Judy McKinstry, Quilty Crocheter. So good to see you. Lori Armstrong in the house, Cynthia King, Yvette Wilson, and Brenda. I will always take time. It's very hard when you doing a show by yourself to keep up with everything. So I tend to be the one on this one to say hello and acknowledge everybody, because we want you to know how much we appreciate you being here with us. And so I'll be taking time here and there.
I tend to be the one to say, "Hey, Kim, quiet. Go on to the next section."
So there you go. That's how that goes, guys. We have an order of things for ourselves, but whatever you want to talk about. I wanted to say to Ravini, who is here, when we get to Hooks Happenings, I know you tagged me on Instagram on a happening, a make along. If you want to come on and talk about that, I couldn't find it this morning. I didn't take the time to find it, but I know you tagged me on one, a make along that I think you're participating in. So if you want to talk about that, that would be great. Ida Fowler in the house, thank you for coming in. All right, so I think that's everything. What are we going on to next?
Well, I'm going to talk about my hooks in progress, and I'm hoping that you do too.
I will.
Did you pop the link in the top so that it's always there?
Yep, it is pinned to the top. Right.
Anybody want to come on? It should be right there in the chat, right? Is that where you find it?
The comment is pinned to the top with the link to come in. So, and I will still put it in every once in a while. I just did it again, but it is at the top if you lose it. So,
right. So if you come on the show and you have the show on here, and then you link over here and come on, you actually have two windows open. So the old window you should shut, so that way there's no echo. That is the best advice we have for StreamYard. So.
Yep. Hi, Denisha just said hi to all the lurkers. Hello to everyone who is lurking, and hi to Angela Young, who just popped in. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you here today. So let's get started.
Well, I don't have a lot of whips to bring on today because I don't know. I just haven't been working on a lot of things, but I did bring on my blanket. I haven't shown it in a couple weeks. It's gonna be the blanket to match the sweater set.
Ooh.
Remember the one I was working on for a while? Oh yes, Sweet Delight is my one addiction from Hobby Lobby. I have to have it. I will continue to buy this Sweet Delight yarn in 3 light over and over and over again.
It's so pretty. I really like it.
It is so soft and delicate in knit. I mean, just crazy. I love it.
Which color is that? Because I think I pulled that out, but I've been in a bit of a funk, so I haven't started anything, but I do have it out.
It's Puppy Kisses. So it's a blue, and I say it's a fleck because it's just little pops of color around. It's not really big splotches, but it doesn't, it's not raised. It's just right in the yarn.
In the yarn. So like they dropped color onto the yarn.
Yeah, and they're different. I mean, it's not like the color is light blue and then the splotches are dark.
Uh-huh.
There's several different colors of splotches. There's
Uh-huh.
gray, there's dark blue, there's light blue.
Uh-huh.
So it makes
Can
it
you
very
can you push it closer to the camera real quick?
and move that coffee just, in case.
There you go. Now we can see it. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So that is totally I would not call it tweed because tweed is usually another piece woven in, right?
Right. And this is not standing up at all. But I just love it. So what I did bring on for Hooks in Progress is the blanket portion. So this is the blanket.
Oh, look at that.
This
Oh,
is
nice.
not the Sweet Delight yarn, but it matches that blue and gives you the contrast that you need for the set to match, but not. Okay. And why I say that is because I really like the 3 light for the sweater, but not necessarily for the blanket. Not always. And it takes longer. So this is loops and threads. And this is Baby Bliss.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I like that. It does look like it's coordinated.
And you know what? I think that they discontinued this. I know they did because I checked last night. Not one skein of Baby Bliss in the whole entire store.
Wow. Yeah. Then it's gone.
So
and lost forever.
Yeah. So this is the ship blue. And then the white, of course. And then the variegated. So I have already done a row of variegated. And I will wait again to the very end to use the variegated on the end. And the reason why is so that it will match. I'm going to get up. The matching lovey. So it will match that end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of the lovey. And then I will add the Lulu, which is Hobby Lobby for the halo on the end.
Yeah.
So that all of the coordinating pieces will match.
So cool.
So I think that's a big whip because it's a finished, a whole set, 5 pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. Well, people are loving it. Loving it.
Cools off a little bit. I might be able to work on this, but once you get about that big, now it's laying on your lap.
Yeah.
It is hotter than heck in here. Yeah,
I hear you. Well, people are loving it, and Lori Armstrong is talking about how Puppy Kisses is one of her favorite color names, and I think it is super cute.
I just want to say one little thing about that Puppy Kisses before you go off. There is Kitten, which is a pink one, and then there's another one they have a lot of that speckle, and I just like
speckle. That's the right word.
I got to show it to you. Just one real quick scan.
All right. And we're going to bring Ravini on in just a second.
I just love it. So this one is called Prince. So it's a pastel prince, but it still has that speckle. And then this one is the one I was saying was very similar to the blue. This one's called Kitty. See the speckles?
Yep, I see it.
I really want to do a set in this one next, but I heard a secret and I had to go ahead and jump on the bandwagon. Premier came out with a 3 light, looks exactly like these type of yarns with the polyester added. And it is going to be in the line of the no pill. So Premier every day, 3 light. If the box was here, I would have brought it on the show, but it says it's en route.
So we'll see it on one of your addictions down the line. So looking forward to that. We got, I'm going to bring Ravini up. I want to first say hello to Chris Bragg and Isella who just came in. And just as a reminder, I'm starting to hear an echo here. I'm not sure what just happened, but as a reminder, when we bring you on, close the other window because otherwise the audio is going to be terrible. But here we go. Ravinia is coming on.
Hello,
Hi.
hi.
Good
So I'm
morning.
using my phone this morning because my computer is just making a lot of silly noises. So I hope, and like I feel like I'm turned backwards here, so bear with me.
Okay.
Um. Anyway, so yeah, Kim, that amigurumi make along. I joined it's on Instagram and it's called Crochet Along Adventures. And this month was the first month I joined them. Where they have a team and they uh partner up with a few designers um and make different teams of amigurumis. And the August month was some ocean animals. And I did it. I spent a lot of times doing it, and I made 4 animals. And if you guys, so this is the pufferfish, right? So this was
That's awesome.
one, and
My goodness.
then what's this one? The dolphin. So this one is the dolphin,
How
and I
lovely.
got that finished. And this was the a beluga whale.
They are so cool.
Thank you. And then I did the fish, which is big.
Uh-huh.
And you see, right, Kim? I thought about you when I did this. I'm like, oh, Kim has to see this one.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I didn't join them again this month, which is a cool one they have this month. It's the storybook, like all your favorite old storybooks, and it's like I think 6 designers this time. But I couldn't. I wanted so bad, but like I have stuff, going on, and I'm like behind on all my other ones that I'm doing.
She's
And plus,
learning.
my little one is starting school on Monday, so
Is that
I'm like
kindergarten?
kindergarten and
Oh,
for
Oh,
first time school because she's like been home with me the whole 5 years.
yeah.
So I'm
Oh,
like emotions going up and down all over the place. But I also, while I'm on here, because I don't know if I'm gonna be on for the whole thing, but I might as well show you guys my whips, if that's okay.
yeah.
So, or vintage one, which I backed out of the blanket.
Okay.
Like, so I decided to do, uh, excuse me, Mama. So that's my vintage yarn, the Dazzler yarn.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna turn this into a shawl, like a pocket shawl.
Okay.
Um, and it's one of Crystal's pattern. So
Okay.
maybe if I finish on time to enter that on the bot along that's going on.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying. And then I changed my mind on or to yarn. So I'm doing this one. So this is
Uh-huh.
going to be the shawl,
Uh-huh. So
right? With the
that's
orange.
that's a little halo. Yeah.
Yes. So I got this. You
All
see,
right. Yeah.
just very orange,
It is. Mine is
and,
too.
right? But I love it. And so I was like, I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I'm not starting anything new. I want to finish her Elmo blanket.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, well, I couldn't help myself, so I had to do Stephanie's shawl,
Oh
her
yeah.
scarf. So I
Mm,
started.
okay.
Right?
very
So,
nice.
so
Uh-huh.
it's come. I'm using the ice cream yarn for this.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's really soft and but that's it. I think I have enough to last me for a good while. And hopefully by December I can finish their blankets for them.
uh,
So
thank you so much.
anyways, that's what I got for today. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Well,
you.
Look
thanks for
forward
coming
for what
on.
you guys have.
And there
All
are
right,
tons.
bye. Say
We love
Bye.
bye.
we love having you.
All right. We always love
Bye.
you on.
Bye bye.
Well, bye bye. It's always wonderful to have her come on. Ravini, make sure you read the chat. People are loving everything that you showed today. And you know I'm dying over all of the amigurumi. I just love it, love it, love it. So,
Yes. And that is true. You can do any other make alongs that are out there, setas or the amigurumis or the along, any of those, which I do have that for the hooks happenings today. But anyway, and you can double dip. What you can't double dip is any of mine, two of mine together. Other than that, yes, absolutely.
go
Make
for it.
a along, yeah.
Go for it. Well, I think it's my turn to show my whip, and really, I really don't have anything but this whip. I don't have a finish today, but I got to. I know you can see all my my big ones. I'm calling them big uns. All my big uns are behind me. I don't know if you can see them.
Yes, we can.
This is my latest and greatest.
Oh my
Is
god.
the cat. There you go. There's
Wow.
the cat. It's huge. And the only reason why it's not finished is, you see, I still have ends to weave in and I need to put a tail on. Other than that, it is almost done. And yeah, I was like, wow, this is giant. The head is really big. It's heavy. It won't stand because that head is so big and it's tipping it forward.
You didn't put a dowel in this?
This time I put in because what's her name? Priscilla from Distinctive Crochet told me to try a pool noodle. So I do have a pool noodle, a piece of a pool noodle in there, but I think I didn't make it long enough. So I should have made it longer, and then I probably wouldn't even get. But I mean, it's fairly stable. It's just heavy. That head is huge,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I like did something wrong, but I don't think so. I think it's like I'm trying to see that I bring the book. I meant to have the book over here to show you. Oh, I got it right here. So I'm just gonna let you see him one more time, and so really all I have to do is the tail. But the truth is, I haven't worked on the most crochet that I've done. I did it in the last couple of days. Let me grab the book that I got it from. All right, so this is the book. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want it to be a glare. So this is the book I got it from. This is called Cuddly Amigurumi Toys by Mari Lise Lil. And I'll show you what the cat is supposed to look like. They don't do a great job of like putting a nice picture. They put the picture on the crease, which is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, but you did a good job. I can tell it looks just like it.
So, and that's the, you can see his face. So the thing about what I will say about this book and the way it's written as a mini review is that it's not one that tells you how. It'll just be like, sew on the this and the that and the other. It won't say, go down the round. A lot of the times with amigurumi patterns, they give you exactly, specifically, if you've ever done any just huff patterns, and a lot of us have, I know Latoya has, she's so specific about how and where to place things, and I really appreciate that. With this, it's just like sew on the arms, So if you don't figure it out for yourself, this may not be the most beginner-friendly amigurumi. It's not that bad, but I'm just saying she doesn't give a lot of details on how to place things, or even like how to embroider the where to go. Like a lot of patterns would tell you, how to do this part, where to go. I just kind of eyeballed it and went for it, but there they're fine, but I like patterns better if they give you specifics. Okay, put it in round 1, from round 1 to round 5, or round, like that. But that's not at all how this is written. So I will say that. I know Latoya has as well.
Huh.
So that's mine.
Oh, that's great. That's a really good job. So that little hint that you kind of snuck in there was a piece of pool noodle, which they actually are quite like, it's soft. It's not something that's going to hurt anity. That is an awesome idea. I don't do amigurumi, so I never even thought of something like that. That's cool.
Some people will use, like, if it's a smaller amigurumi, people use like the old sponge rollers. I know that Holly from the Proper Pineapple, when she was like selling things, I don't know if she still is, but you could buy a kit from her, and it was basically a little round piece that was very similar to a sponge hair roller, and you can grab those at the dollar store. So I've tried that as well, but this is the same concept. It's just that since it's a bigger amigurumi, the pool noodle is, bigger round. So I just have to figure out. I didn't really watch any videos. I just went for it, and I probably should have watched some videos and see how people use it, and I would have probably cut it longer. So
well, that's great. Thank you for sharing that with us. There's a lot of little hints, and I was reading the chat too, making sure we didn't miss anything. They like your kitty in the back for Halloween. Which kitty is that? Lori said something about a kitty for Halloween. I don't
know. I don't have a cat back here, but anyway, maybe she was
just the cat you were showing. I don't know.
Maybe so. So Linda was saying, the Quilty Crocheter saying that they really should like make them mostly spiral bound. Because then, to put and if you're gonna make it like this, don't put the picture on the crease. Like, who made that decision?
Isn't there an editor that says, you offer me this, and I think you should move it over? Hello?
Really, I don't know why they did that, but I think most of the other, I guess this might have landed right in the middle of the book. That's probably why it's like smack in the middle, because no others are like that. There are no other pictures on the crease like that. That's all right. Anyway,
so our next segment is favorite stitches. Now, sometimes we bring on, tools, anything that we've been using recently or working on or received recently that we just want to tell it because it's a favorite. That's what this segment is all about. So my favorite, I have 2 items for this category, but my favorite for this month is, you guessed it, my gift from Lori Gray that I opened yesterday.
Oh, how nice.
It's a tote bag. Yeah, she outdid herself. I got one last year, and I love it too, and I have it here by my side, but there is a big, humongous pocket in this one. There.
Oh, how nice, Lori Gray.
Stripes. The stripes. I know. It's just
wow.
So if you ever want something like this, you could, and this is a plug, but you have to specially message her and request it. She does not have any place to just go on and look. You have to request it. So she does make things on order.
That's great. I'm not good at that. I recently did it for somebody, another podcaster, and I'm just terrible. Like, it took me forever to get it done. So, but Lori is a consummate professional, so she will get it done for you. So check, if you want something that you see, check it out. She's excellent.
Do you have a favorite stitches, or you want me to go on to my next one?
I have 2 favorite stitches. The first one I'm going to show is some new yarn that I got while traveling. Usually when I go anywhere, I try to buy yarn. And even though this yarn, I could have bought this in LA, I'm sure, because it's Malabrigo.
Oh boy.
It's let's see, Malabrigo Rios. Yeah, both are Rios. One colorway is Living Coral, and the other one is called Diana. And I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm going to show you my second favorite right away because they kind of go together.
Wow.
Because and I'm gonna try to get it done without screwing everything up. If I do, I will be right back. Just keep talking, Chris, because I might get knocked out. But I have got to share my screen so that you can see my second favorite.
Oh, that's right. She's going to try a new way of doing
I'm gonna
something.
try, guys. So let's see if it works. Let's share screen, and let's do Chrome tab. This and share. What do you see, guys? Do you see anything?
We see Rose.
That is my second favorite that I got to meet Rose from Rose Like Crochet, and I bought this yarn when I was with Rose. So I wanted to show that. We went to a place called I think it's a yarn shop in downtown Chicago called Yarnify, and this was my vacation yarn, my souvenir. But the best thing was having the opportunity to meet Miss Rose from Rose Likes Crochet.
That was so cool. That was great. You did good. You learned a new thing, and yeah.
And I didn't kill the whole stream, thank God.
Well, we've lost you in the past. This is episode number 22, and we've lost her in the past, and we just keep, like she said, keep talking away, and she comes back.
So yeah, I just wanted you guys to, I know a lot of y'all have seen that picture. She also shared a picture of us together, but I wanted to share it here because it's definitely one of the favorite things that I've done so far this month. I got some more exciting things like that coming up real soon as well, and you'll be seeing pictures of that as well. I do have somebody in the back of the house. Chris, do you want to share your thing?
No.
Or you?
Go on, okay. Come on.
All right, we're gonna bring up Lori Armstrong.
Oh, she's afraid to show her face today. Oh,
that's all right.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? You can?
Yes. You can't hear us?
Okay, good. I can. I have my headphones on, and I can't hear myself when I have my headphones on.
All right.
So, okay. I'm not showing my face because I need to use my phone to show my favorite stitches.
Oh, okay.
So I did a pattern test. I did a pattern test for David Browning, the bearded yarn dude.
Uh-huh.
It's called the Bulky Wrap. So this one is the size 7 yarn that his pattern called for. But he also said, I'd be interested in seeing it in other sizes. So I did it in a 5. So this is a 6. It's woolly, thick and quick. And then I did it in a 5, this middle one. And it's a red heart. I think it's soft essentials or something. The band fell on the floor right after I pushed join the room. And then this bottom one is a 4. This one is a 4.
Oh,
so of course you gotta go up with the stitch counts and stuff. So I think that middle one was 48 and this one was 60. So I bought this pattern. And this is just yarn from Dollar Tree. And so that's been my, I'm in love with the pattern. It's not expensive. It's quick. It's simple. It's like, I think it's, even though there's some like 2 together things and it's only a 4 or 5 row repeats. It's not very wide. It's rectangular. There's no crazy increases and decreases and stuff. So it's a really good beginner. It'll be quick for gifts. And then I like the 4 weight. I don't know if you can tell on the video here. Again, it's on the phone and I can't see it. But I like the 4 weight the best because the stitches show up best.
Yeah.
And it's a interesting pattern. It's simple, but it comes out really interesting. It's very modern looking.
Well, the difference is that the top one not only is bulky, but it also has a gradient color that's making it crazy. And you don't want to use that kind of colorway with a stitch pattern. The two don't blend. So if you tried that in the bulky in a solid, it might you might like it better.
Right.
So yeah.
I just was thinking, well, that also has wool in it, and I can't wear it, so I'll probably rip that one out because I won't be able to use it, and I don't really sell my stuff. I was just trying to use what I had. That was
but it was fun, huh? It was fun though.
But it was fun to do a test, and I don't usually do just swatching for. I don't do swatching for stuff I'm making, but when I'm testing for people, I'll swatch. That's part of what I think helps.
Well, that's great. Thanks for sharing.
That's my favorite stitches. I did some testing. This is what I tested. It's on shop. It's on a shop now if anybody wants.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.
Do you have anything finished you want to show us?
I don't.
No?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, I can say here. I have a finished thing I can show you. Hold on. I'm going to do this one-handed.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
She had made all these granny scraps. And then she's having some back problems. So she's like, can't get down on the floor to arrange them, or even just like putting them on my bed and kind of have to turning my back. Could you put them together for me? So I did that for my sister.
That is a perfect example of a vintage project for the make-along. Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think I should enter it in the make-along? Okay.
Granny Square is
I can do that.
One of the oldest things there is, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and
yeah, definitely.
The yarns are from like the 70s.
So
there you go.
It double qualifies.
Yeah.
That's just how I think that's how people used to use scraps. When they finished a project, they would just make a bunch of granny squares with whatever was left, and then make them, like, put them in a box. And then when they had enough to make a blanket, they make a blanket. I think that's just how.
Absolutely, they did it with quilting too.
Everybody I know does.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So
well, thank you so much, Lori.
But my favorite thing too is also the same as Kim's favorite thing. I loved that picture of her and Rose. I'm jealous. They both got to meet each other, and I'm jealous now.
Yes, we are. We're all jealous because you got to meet Rose.
I know. She was so awesome, guys. Like, she was absolutely, she drove fairly far in to try and meet me, and looking forward to whenever I go back. Now it's just like going to be a thing. If I have time and I'm there long enough, I'm going to figure out a way to meet up with Rose. And it's a couple other people that are there too. And we were going to go to the new yarn shop, but it just wasn't open yet. The lady is likely going to open in September, but Rose's heart to just meet up was just fantastic. So I look forward to it.
Before you go, Lori, I have a question for you. Okay. One of my Hooks Happenings announcement or, share today was the bot-along, and you have an in. You are one of the moderators from the Fibercast over there.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about the bot-along so that if anybody wants to join, they can.
Okay, so the bot-along is being put on by Jill from Fiber Floozy and Daniel at the Papa Yarn. And to enter it, you have to email your picture to Jill or Daniel. That's a finished bod project. It can be any project, any yarn, but you have to follow the tutorial or pattern pretty closely otherwise. So you can't just say, oh, I like this bod shawl. I'm going to use pattern idea and make this whole totally different blanket or hat or something. Use pattern for the shawl. You want to do a shawl, you pick one for shawl. So you can do stuff like leave fringe on, because she says in her tutorials usually fringe is optional. But the idea is you're following one of her patterns pretty much to the T. You make the item, you email a picture, and then you're entered into the drawing.
I figured that it was the most easiest thing was just say, go and get a bod pattern and enter it into your make along. Granted, that's probably all there is. However, we didn't have dates. We didn't have whether there were prizes, and that was what I wanted to know.
So dates I don't know off the top of my head, but both Daniel and Jill have videos on their YouTube pages, and I can put something new. I can do a post up higher on Jill's Facebook page with all the details as soon as I drop it here. That has the dates, and there are prizes. One of which is one of Crystal's jump drives.
Okay, well,
at the time that Jill purchased it, it was around 300 patterns.
Okay, I don't want to spend much more time on this because they can't hear you. So I'm going to go ahead and skip.
Okay.
And I'm sorry about that. I can't let it go on. Yeah.
Lori,
I'll post in her Facebook.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Thank you, Lori. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I know, it was breaking up for me too, but Lori, if you want to come back on at the end and actually be on the camera and talk about it, it's probably just because of the way you were holding the phone.
Exactly. When you do this, there's all kinds of stuff that happens when you get in and out, and that's what was happening. And I really love Lori to come on and tell us about that because I do not know.
Yeah.
I am so busy with my own. I don't do a lot of others, and I couldn't find out what the dates were and things to add in today. So I was just going to talk about it and I was going to share it, but I didn't know those answers. So thanks for coming on, Lori. Okay. So one last favorite. This is not a favorite. No, this is a review. I've been doing washcloths for my granddaughter and sending them over there in different yarns. And I chose this sugar wheel cotton mini and I started a washcloth. Well, it is so limp. This yarn is supposed to be 100% cotton. And when you think of cotton as hard as a rock and really hard to work with, it makes a very stiff washcloth that you would probably use in your kitchen. Then as you go to, I love this yarn, or I love this cotton, it seems to be so soft that you want to use it on your baby's butt. Well, this one's so soft that it's wimpy. It's a 3 light. And so there are 2 reasons why I'm not loving this yarn. It is not standing up, and I think it's going to be a wimpy washcloth, which it's going to be holy, and I'm using a H. I went down. Maybe I need to go down to a G, but the other reason why is because of the stripes. I'm not a cake stripy person.
Yeah, you're not.
This is going to come out weird, and I don't know. I'm not loving this yarn. So I just thought I'd share that.
That's the anti favorite.
Yes.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, anything else? Anybody else want to come on?
I put the link, and again, the link is at the top. I wanted to say hi to Dee Thompson. Granny D is in the house, as well as Crochet Every Day with Judy. Lori Gray just popped in. Hey, guys, guess what tomorrow is? Guess what?
I know. It's Lori Gray's birthday.
Happy birthday, Lori Gray. We won't be here tomorrow, so hopefully, did she pop out? She was there. Yeah, she's still there. Say happy birthday to Lori Gray in the chat. Let us know if you have a birthday too, but we just know it's Lori's birthday. So happy birthday. So,
yeah, I sent her a little something I found in my stash.
Ooh, how nice is that?
Well, she probably opened it up and thought, oh, sure, she's sending me stuff, so I'll make her stuff. Yeah. It was material.
Nice
enough for her to make herself something.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Very nice. Wonderful.
But I shared some yarn with her too.
There you go.
You know.
That was a nice happy mail package.
Yeah. Yeah. So our next segment is Hook's Handmade Classics. Anybody have a grandma heirloom to share with us?
I have nothing. So sorry.
Well, I have a couple. Okay. I have I have my 8th square done and blocked. And this is an heirloom that I am planning on giving to my daughter for Christmas. It is also a make-along. It's a yearly make-along for a pineapple Afghan, and a lot of people been doing it. And it's time for me to start sewing squares together. So I have 8 done. So that is a little
wow.
And then the other thing that I wanted to do was work our way into talking about the vintage make-along. So this is kind of where we tie 2 segments together. When we did the shenanigans, we did it for you. This one's for me. What you gonna say? What you got?
I got Granny D in the back of the house. I don't know if you want to start or you want to bring her up.
No, go.
All right, come on, D. Thompson. Welcome aboard.
Just real quick. Yay, I am finally doing a make-along with you gals. Christy's. Halo.
Halo. You got Halo.
Look at this crazy halo, y'all.
Oh, wow.
And then I had to pair it with something, girl.
Of course. How is it coming? Is it coming out of the ball good?
Yeah.
It is?
Oh. Real good. And this was a clearance yarn, Hobby Lobby. It's called Feeling Gradient. So it had been $6.99. I got it for $1.74, and nobody liked this yarn. It stayed on the shelf, all the colors. It was like the last ones to go. But
I have a couple.
How it's turning out.
Yeah, I have a couple. I've been saving them for giveaways. I'm getting ready to give.
I really like it. And I'm since that one's so crazy, and I got this. It's a wrap. At Michael's for half price. It had been $10 and I got it for $5, and it's a 1.
Oh yeah,
so
that
together they just do this thing.
And
but I'm just doing a rectangular wrap, and y'all know it's my favorite stitch. I'm so boring, my stitch.
Is it cushiony?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you're liking it.
I love it.
That's great.
But I just want to say, yay, I'm finally back in the make-along game. I was really doing a lot of the Outlander stuff at first, but then I just had so many whips. Anybody that knows me, I got 5 countless.
Me too.
Yeah. So I won't take up any more of your time. I just want to say, yay, I'm back in. Oh, but I did want to say, that butterfly card that Cynthia King, that was great. I knew you'd probably kill me, but I had to put the timestamp in my comment because I was looking at it.
I think Kim missed it. I think she was on vacation and she missed the whole dang thing, but you know.
I missed it.
That was too funny. Like you say, you can't make this stuff up.
Can't make it
up. Well, thank you,
Kim, and I'm so glad you got to meet up with the Rose.
We did. But thank you so much for coming on.
Get out from here because somebody else probably wants to visit.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
We got Deb in the back of the house too, so let me bring her up and then we will move on. Let me just make sure she's okay. And here comes Deb Murray.
Hi guys.
Hi Deb.
Hey, I just wanted to show you my goat that I made. You've probably seen it. Can you see him?
Oh my God!
I love him so much. I love it so much. Oh, amazing work.
He is going to North Carolina.
Can you show the butt?
Yes.
You gotta show the butts. We have this hippo butt. I told you.
My friend who actually has goats, she wants him. So, all right, guys, thanks for letting
He's
me
fantastic.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
That's something. You guys and your amigurumi. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I love it.
All right. So what I was going to talk about today was things to look at, like vintage. Oh, I can't do the vintage, Mal. I don't know what to do. Well, like we just said to Lori, granny squares is the perfect out. You can make granny squares in the same pattern or just use your scraps or whatever, and that will qualify. And then what else makes me think of vintage? Doilies. Absolutely, positively doilies. Our grandparents put them on the chairs, on the couches, on the tables,
Everywhere.
But I was looking through some older magazines, and this one isn't too old. This one is a December 2012. And what they do is they throw in something that they call vintage, just because that's the way the magazine does. And look at this. Vintage Christmas blanket.
God. Oh my God.
And it's in 2012's magazine. So that's made me remember that I think that if you take a Christmas pattern with what they call the vintage colors, you actually make something that's vintage. And Christmas items to me are heirlooms. Christmas tree skirt can be an heirloom, can be done in vintage colors. All kinds of stuff ties in together to create something for this make along. Yeah. All right.
I think Hirschner's actually has a pack that's like vintage, purposefully put together as a vintage colorway pack.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And there was one other in here that I had to show, number 12. I got to show you this because I thought this was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, wow. See, I would never be able to pull that off, but I love it. It's lovely.
Yeah. I just want to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Big, but there's a little hint of green around the border here. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, are you making something in the vintage theme?
I am, but I did not bring her over here because I really haven't touched it at all. I showed you guys one little Cupid doll, old vintage pattern that I got from Angela Young, who is here, and I'm making it, of course, in a more modern. Although I think it's called vintage stripes or something. Anyway, it's that my favorite red heart stripes, that it was called retro stripes, and I was on the hunt for it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make the doll in this. So I haven't done any work on it. I have not crocheted since we last spoke until 2 days ago. So so I really haven't been. I've been working on some other things, but I feel like the Mojo Crow Joe Craft Joe is actually coming back. So you'll be seeing more, I hope. And so
okay. All right. Well, I didn't work on mine in 2 weeks, but then again, mine is really vintage because I am using scrap yarn. So some of my yarn has been with me for a while in my scrap bag. The second thing is I'm using the Navajo pattern, which I have made. Let's put it this way. The first one I think I made before I was 20 years old. And we don't want to know how old I am. So anyway. So I'm using scraps, and I also started this last year during this make along.
Yeah, look at that. It's coming up so nice.
It really is. I did a couple of rows on knit night the other night, but you can't stand this across your lap
not in the heat.
You cannot. And I'm not really controlling. I'm just throwing in what color I feel like. because I think it's fun. It is so much fun. Now, I got to tell you, Annette in Texas, she picked it up and she said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my scraps and I'm going to do this blanket. And she finished it. So in the vintage mail post on my Facebook group, you've got to check out the blanket she did in her scraps, exactly this pattern. And her sister's stealing it from her.
Oh, wow. It's beautiful.
So what's nice about it is you start a piece of yarn on one end and you do the pattern, which is a raised.
There you go.
Okay, so it's single crochet across and then you do a double crochet where it tells you. And then you end it on the other side. So any little scrap piece pretty much can be used as long as it can go from one side to the other.
And that is Pastel Dreams. Is that Pastel Dreams? Oh, yep. She's in the chat. So, yep, she loved it. I can't wait to go see it.
Yeah, she used her scraps too. So yes, I'm so happy she did that because other people should use their scraps. I mean, what the heck? Even if you didn't do the diamonds. Even if you just did a blanket where you do the one row, okay? But I like the diamonds. I think it gives that offset.
Yeah.
And I just love it. Yeah. And Kim will put the pattern in the chat or in the description box. Yeah. Because it's a free pattern and everyone should have a copy.
I will put it in, guys.
Yep. So we don't have that many entries, so I'm not going to draw any progress winner today. I'm sorry about that, but I would like to see some progress photos so that next time I can do that.
Yeah, guys. I know that people are participating, and we've given a bunch of ideas. Chris has given a bunch of ideas, so you might like for instance, Lori has a whole project. She didn't even until today. Now she realizes, I can put that in to the vintage make along. So you may have something that qualifies that you've been making since the make along started. Let's throw it in there so we can get more people excited about it. It'd be great.
Well, I don't think we came on and we did it as much as we did last year because we were every 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we were overlapping. It is quite busy in the summer, and Kim had vacations, and once a month is plenty. We get a lot of content that way.
Yeah.
And so the other thing too is there are a lot of make-alongs going on. So rather than give a lot of gifts, we're going to focus on our grand prizes.
Yeah.
And our next show will be the 20. Where's my notes? Well, that was good. 20.
I think the 26th or let's see.
I looked down. I wrote it in here instead of over there.
September 25th. 25th.
It's the 25th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. September 25th is the next Hook and Stitch Live. So we will be giving out our grand prizes then.
Yeah. And if you were here for the last wrap up that we did, we had some fantastic prizes. So we will once again have really good stuff available to share with you guys. Well, people are absolutely loving it. Pattern Dolly face for the dollar.
Read Lori Gray's last comment.
Bruce wants to know if he can enter in the make along. He says, "I am beyond it." I love Bruce. I do.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, Lori, one of my favorite people, actually the pastor that married me and Steve, his name was Bruce, and he unfortunately passed away very early in his life. So anytime I hear the name, he was like a brother to me. We look nothing alike. He's white, I'm not, and but he was an amazing man. So every time I hear Bruce's name, I think of the Bruce that meant so much to me and Steve. So, but anyway, I just had to say that.
Yeah. So, okay, one last thing about the vintage make along. You can make anything vintage, meaning you can stitch it with yarn, you can stitch it with thread, you can make bags, whatever you feel is adding the vintage theme is involved. So this is because it's a crafty nomad make along. 2, we have many crafts involved.
Yes. Tim does. I love to craft all of the things. So, but yeah. So, you know what I want to say before we move on? I saw somebody's name, Brent. Oh no, I know Brenda already. You changed your name, so I thought I didn't say hi to you. But Isella got knocked out and she's back. So yeah, if you get knocked out, you know these internet streets can be a little bit dicey sometimes. So just come on back in. We appreciate it.
Yes, please do. I love to see everybody's stuff. Lori Armstrong asked if Bruce was at fault in helping her age into vintage.
Fine wine. Vintage is a good thing, man.
Yes, it is. It is. Yes. Okay. Well, I think it's time for Stitch's shenanigans.
Yes. It's my favorite part.
She loves it.
And I actually pulled some things off for you guys. So the first thing, so you guys know I've been doing a lot of resin work. That's all I've been posting because I just haven't been that crafty. The reason why I've been doing the resin stuff is because I'm doing a collaboration over the next couple of months with a yarn dyer. And so in order to do what I'm supposed to do for that, I have to do it. You know, I can't just be emotional about it. I got to get it done, you know. And so, but in the process, I found this mold. And you guys are going to die when you see this. Hopefully I can show it well. Oh, look at.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at it.
I have to have one. How do we get one?
You know what? And this is the only, Chris, you can have this one.
I love you.
You get this one. This is the first one, my first attempt at this, and I did a different technique with it where I actually used some paint pens and colored into the mold before I poured the actual resin in, and it came out pretty good. I had to come back and recolor and then put a little layer of resin over it to give it some shine, but so you can definitely have this one. It's not perfect, but it's super cute. I'm very happy with how it came out. And great. Put a little red tassel on there. But yeah, I love how he came out.
Oh, that is so cool. So you can't tell us anything about this collaboration yet?
Sure. So it's a yarn dyer named Lady Dye Yarns, and I have collaborated with her before. This is my third or fourth collaboration. I can't remember. Okay. But she dyes her yarns, and pretty much she does clubs. So she doesn't I think she's trying to ramp up and have stuff just available to purchase. But in general, she does themed clubs. So this first club that I'm collaborating on right now is the yarn is inspired by the movie Hidden Figures. And so I don't know her colors, but she usually will pull in different makers who will contribute to the club. She will do the yarn. Sometimes there's an art piece, and sometimes there's something from me. I've done stitch markers, bags, and now I'm doing these, and I'll show you a finished one. You guys have been seeing my pictures if you're on the group, but I'm not putting them on Instagram because a lot of the people who are purchasing the club would be on Instagram, and I want them to be surprised, so I'm not putting them on there. But so you guys can see, this is how I'm finishing them off. They either have afros or they have afro puffs, and then they all will have the little extra charm piece on them. and I am, free to dye any make it any color I want. So some will have gold hardware, some will have, depending on what I chose. But anyway, it's been fun. I'm really happy with how they came out. She already received the first part of it, and she's overjoyed with it, and I'm pretty proud of it too. I didn't, when I looked at them, I'm like, wow, they came out great. So so that's that.
Yeah, so I want to know, an echo. Okay, it went away. What I want to know is, can everybody get a Grinch or not?
So because I only have one mold, so it will take, I can't make a lot of these, but okay. So with the Afro girls, I just purchased, I have about 20 molds, so I can roll out 20 at a time, whereas with this one, I didn't know how it was going to be, so I only bought one. So I might get some more and maybe start making a few more of these. I did order some like a more Grinchy green glitter that I hope will be even closer to the real Grinchy color. I like how, so this is what I would call a mixed media, because it's the resin, it's two different types of resin. It's the epoxy and it's the UV resin, which will harden when you put it under a light. But the epoxy resin, you just got to let it go for 24 hours and it'll get hard. And then there's acrylic paint pens on there. And so it's like 3 different types of media on it, and just really love how he came out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So let's see. I got another shenanigan that I got to show you guys.
Yeah, we're having fun.
So in the last show, I showed you guys, I don't think I kept them over here. I showed you guys that I had hauled some beadable pins, right? And I hadn't beaded any of them. So, of course, I have now beaded some. So, just for you guys, because I hadn't done it until yesterday. So, let me see if I can show you guys some of these pins.
Oh, yeah.
I beaded. So, if you could see that.
Cool. That's bat.
Like a bumblebee on it.
Oh, I thought it was a bat. Okay, it's a bumblebee.
The candy with the candy bead on it. So that's one. And this is another one with a little purse charm on it.
Beautiful.
This one, for the knitters and crocheters in the house, has like a little sheep.
How pretty.
And the final one I did, which is absolutely my favorite because of that purse, is a little, although I think that charm is a little bit too big, but I still like it.
I like the beads too.
The beads came out. So speaking of the beads, if I can do this without tearing anything up or spilling all of my beads, so when you do these beadable pins, you gotta have I think whatever size these are, I don't even know. I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's called the bubblegum mix. And I'm trying to go back there again to see if they have different colors, because it had the right size hole. You can't get every bead on this thing. And I don't think I brought them over here so I can show it to you again. But the part that you're beading on, it's got to be a decent size hole on the bead. So most of these beads came from here. I did have some other ones, but I don't have a lot with this big hole in it. But you need a big hole. I don't know if you could.
Yeah.
You kind of need a big hole for it to work. But these are fun to make, easy to do. I got the pins off AliExpress, but I bet you can get them on Amazon if you're not comfortable with that. And if you don't mind, Chris, I'm going to have a surprise giveaway right now.
Oh, cool.
So what I'm going to do is just give away one of these.
All right. Hey, I got to tell you, that's an awesome idea for a girl's birthday party make-along thing.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
A nice little craft that Ravini could do for her daughter. It's easy to be done, or Stephanie's daughter.
Yes.
Very.
I like to share crafty things for birthday parties, because then they take something home with them and it keeps them busy for a while.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing crazier than a bunch of girls eating candy and cake and running all over the place. And you sit them down and make something. You know?
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So Linda Jean said it's not too big, and she's like, nope, you got to bring the bling. But I love it. You see that purse? You see how cute that purse is? That got a little bow on it. All right, so here's how the giveaway is going to go. We're going to mark the chat. Chris, do you mind marking the chat for me?
No, I don't mind at all.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to comment after the mark. You want to say which one you like the best, and that's the one you're going to win. So you either say sheep, pink purse, bumblebee, or just purse. Purse is the one, or silver purse.
Yeah.
So you're going to write in sheep. She already put the mark. Pink purse, bumblebee, or silver purse. All right, so I'm going to give you a minute. Since I broke Alexa, I'm going to have to did I tell you guys I broke Alexa? I broke Alexa. So I broke the girl. So I got to get
I don't know how that could have happened with that mouthy girl. I mean, she was sassy, and you know, she fell right off the thing and tumbled down, and I think she smacked her one, but
she was in my way and she got knocked down. The cord was wrapped around a box. All right, so we're going to give you another 30 seconds to type in which one you like the best, and that's the one you will win. You will have to email me if you are the winner at thecraftynomad@outlook.com. And in this giveaway, I'm sorry, go ahead and enter. I'm going to add in one more thing. I have random things. So I'm going to add in a squishy alpaca. What is it? Is this an alpaca or a llama? I don't know. Whichever one this is. So you get this, and it's like a stress squishy. But I liked it because it's, it's for us knitters and crocheters, this is cool. You get a pen and this, okay?
All right, okay.
So we're going to mark the chat in, go ahead, mark the chat for the end.
I got it, yeah.
All right, so now we are going to do a random. Let me see how many people. My chat is slow. Okay, there's the other mark from Christy. Let's see. Okay, so we got. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know whose that is. Let me hide it. Okay, when I touch the screen,
I count 20.
I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna count. I'm just going with it. Christy counted 20. We're gonna do a random number generator in a minute here. Yeah, other people got 20 as well. Thank you for clearing that up. 1 and 20. And we got number 14, if you could see that. So now we got to figure out who is number 14.
Okay.
Who is number 14? We're gonna all agree. And which one do they win? Okay, so
I got a name.
Let me see what I get. Let's see if we get the same name. 1, 2, 3.
Highlight it.
5, 6,
when you find it, highlight it, and I'll tell you if it's the one.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No?
No.
Okay. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Let me see. Do I have live chat? I hope I have live. I can't tell what I have.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I get the same person, but not the one you got.
Not the one I got. So let me try again, guys. Oh my goodness.
We all got Granny D.
Y'all got Granny D, then I'm going with that. Granny D is the winner. Granny D is lucky, man. How's she like?
She hasn't won a lot lately, but she said she
No.
wanted the sheep.
So you get the sheep, Granny D. All right, Granny D gets this one, and you get the alpaca. So D, you know what to do. Email me. I know we've emailed before, but please just email me and claim your prize, and I will get that out to you.
I would like to ask you to pull another number.
Okay.
And I'm going to give away this shenanigan type item to a tool to make pom-poms with. There's 2 sizes here.
Okay.
Out of that same drawing.
Out of the same group. Okay.
Yeah. That way, you know what? It's just a surprise, and I'm going to do that right now. There's 30 in the room and 20 people entered, so pretty much a good portion of them entered. So go ahead and pull another number, and we'll give away that. You have to have a United States address. Most of the people in this room are in the United States. So.
Number 12. Number 12 is your winner. Number 12 is your winner.
What do we got? We got someone I do not know. Holy cow.
What did you get? I'm sorry, that was an accident.
I got Isella Yarn Crafts.
Isella. Hi, Isella is a long-time follower of mine. She had jumped off of Facebook, YouTube for a while, and then she came back, and she makes videos. She has a channel. So, Isella, congratulations.
Yeah, so if you want that item, all you have to do is send me an email at csterner9112@gmail.com, and I'll get it off to you. Send it out to you. If you have a United States address. Does she?
I think so, yeah. I think she lives here. Yeah,
all right. You want to see my favorite shenanigans?
Yes.
I bet you know what it is. I didn't make it. I didn't make it, but someone did, and I love it. So here it is. It's a little Aster. Her name is Aster. Do you see the detail on this baby?
Oh my God. That's a whole lot of work. As small as it is, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Wow.
Look at her little butt.
I know. I love it so much.
We named her Aster because she's the September flower, you know. Yeah.
I love it.
So that is my favorite shenanigan.
I love it. Lori,
a little spot on my shelf. And she was made by one of my creators from my channel named Steve. And I appreciate it.
Oh, so cute. So cute. Lori Armstrong, yes. Put the video for the bottom long on my channel, on my YouTube, my Facebook group.
Yeah, Lori put one in Crochet Creations Makers group too. So that is nice. You can go ahead and follow that video to that make along. That's wonderful. All right. Thank you so much.
Chris.
Yes.
I'm feeling a little bit generous. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna okay, so I'm not that generous because I want to keep this one for myself, the pink purse. So I'm gonna take it out of the running.
Okay.
So I have 2 more available. I really want to give them away. So
all right.
All right, so either Bumblebee or Silver Purse or Purse, because it's the only purse in there. We're going to mark the chat one more time. And if you want to be entered to win one of these This is the last one. I'll just give one more away, just because what am I going to do with all of these? So I want to give them away. I want to give another one away. So Christy, mark the chat. Go ahead and type in Bumblebee or Silver Purse if you want to win one of one of these, and then that'll be it. I won't give any more away.
All right. So I marked the chat, so you can go ahead and put your comment there.
That is marked. In the meantime, hi Teresa Patton, hi Frida. Good to see you guys. Hey Rose Tina, Miss Tina from Crafts by the Rose. Yep. Either if you want to win either the Bumblebee pin or the Silver Purse pin.
I am so happy to see Judy here too. A couple of our girls have not been feeling well, and we don't need to say who they are, but there are about 4 or 5 that I talk to on a regular basis that have not been feeling well. So I would like to ask you to just say a little prayer for anybody that is in our group that has been missing in action.
Yeah.
If they're normally commenting all the time and they're not, that's probably because they're not feeling up to par.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna mark the chat here, and then we're gonna draw a name for one of the 2 that I just showed. I do want to say, how do you get the charm? I had to look this up because I saw people making these, and I was like, how are they putting the charm on there? Well, you need a specific kind of spacer. If you're going to make these, you need to get the, what do they call this? It's like a pendant, whatever, something. I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to. If I can put it on the tip of something, maybe you can see it. But it goes on, but it has where I have that dowel through. That's where you hang the charm. So it goes on like that. Otherwise, you can't really put a charm on it. I thought the charms were so cute. I had to figure out how these people were doing it, and I did. So, and Angela Young, thank you for the tip. She just said that they sell these beads at Walmart. So off to Walmart, I might go to find some different colors. All right, so let's see. So somebody got 22 and somebody got 24. Let's see how many people enter to win one of the pins. There's the mark. So they have to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
22 I got.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I got 22 now. Are we all on live chat?
Well, they might have picked a comment that didn't have
the word,
just said hi or whatever.
Okay, so we're gonna go with 22. Most of us got 22. So sorry, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so let's see, random, and let's see what you win. And again, you gotta email me because I'm not gonna remember.
That's right. Anytime that I draw anything, regardless of what it is, you do have to actually claim your prize, say what it was and where you won it, because I got 7-8 packages a week going out. So, I write everything down, but then I do a show like this and there's
I don't write anything down. I don't have that many packages going out, but I'm still not going to remember.
It's called CRS. You ever heard of that one? Yeah.
All right, so claim your prize, Crafty Nomad at Outlook.com. Tell me what you won and who you are and your address. All right, so this one, the random number generator picked number 13. So who do we have for number 13? And then I'll move on from giving things away. Sorry. There's the first mark.
It looks like Lori Gray to me.
What a great birthday present that's going to be if it is.
You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. You cannot. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's just crazy.
Sorry, I'm just accidentally highlighting people, so sorry about that because I'm using my finger to have a touch screen. So sorry about that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got Lori Gray too. So Lori Gray, she wants the Bumblebee. So the Bumblebee will be headed your way. Send me an email at thecraftynomad@outlook.com with your address. Claim your price. Tell me what you want, and it will get out in the mail for you. I'm so excited, you guys.
Isella says lucky 13. Absolutely. 13 is a lucky number. My grandmother was born on the 13th. My daughter was born on the 13th.
There you go. Good number. It's a good number. So thank you so much, everybody who just loved my shenanigans. You guys know I love my shenanigans. So thank you for loving my pins and my little. I'm telling you, I'm overjoyed with the Grinch. I can't even believe how good he came out.
I'm overjoyed because I get to get him.
To have him.
I love him. My daughter loves the Grinch too. I made a Grinch ornament last year. How fun was that?
Oh, I think I remember that. Yep, I remember that. All right. So yeah, I will try to make a few more. They just will be slow in coming because I only have one mold. Thank you so much, guys. All right. So what's next, Chris?
Oh, I think we need the finishing stitches. Did you finish anything recently?
Other than my shenanigans, no fiber arts.
Yeah, looks like you've been busy with all your crafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a lot going on here, but not nearly. I mean, I could have had a lot more. I really haven't been in a crafty mood, but I feel like I said it's coming back. So.
Well, I finished something this morning, right before we went live.
Let us see.
Can you imagine that? Okay. Well, I had this. You don't follow me as far as what I'm making on the live shows, as far as challenges and make-alongs. But a couple weeks back, we did Simple Shawl by Marley Bird. I like to do that one in fingering weight yarn a lot of times. Well, it takes a little longer than a week, fingering weight yarn. So I took out a skein of fingering weight with baby alpaca and Pima cotton. And actually was 2 little hanks of it. And they were from Nancy. This was a kettle dyed yarn, beautiful terrain colorway. And here is, Claire always grabs the scarves and stuff the minute that they're off of the hook.
She likes them.
So this is a simple shawl done in a fingering weight. You see the colorway?
Yeah. It's pretty, very pretty.
And the edging is a picot, very tiny stitches. So it's just your little shawlette. When you get done, you use up your yarns, your whatever skein you're using, whatever weight, doesn't matter. But this one happens to be a fingering, and then you just get a little pop of color on some solid that you have.
Yeah, that's cute. That would be cute.
This is baby alpaca, so this is warm, and it's just a little shawlette.
It's perfect for if you live in a warm weather state that doesn't get super, super cold, and but you need a little something sometimes.
Yep, and you just pop it in under your jacket, and it keeps you warm. And then if you're in the office and you're, chilly, you can just wrap it around, whatever, and use it as an accent. But this will be in my shop, in my Etsy shop, when I get a minute, right?
Yeah.
But hand dyed fingerless. What am I saying? Hand dyed in the finger weight. So soft weight yarn, very delicate. but a very easy stitch. You can watch TV, whatever. So that's my finish that I just finished, and all I had left is this little tiny thing.
That was from one ball?
It was actually 2 small hangs.
Oh, 2 small ones. Okay.
But they're this very expensive yarn.
Like 50 grams each?
Let me look at it. Yeah. So 100 grams, 155
yards.
170 yards, 155 meters.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. It does not want you to wash this in anything. They want a hand wash.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah. So this yarn was very expensive yarn.
It's very nice.
Beautiful. Isn't this the colorway of the year?
The Pantone colorway.
Yeah, the gray and the beautiful. So I thank Nancy for that one.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Linda Jane said Claire lost her head over that one. That's why.
Because I think it's a nice Outlander colorway.
Karen has to go. I'm sorry, and say bye to Karen Katzenbaris.
She'll watch the rest of it later. I know she will. See you later, Karen.
Chris, can you reiterate how your winners are supposed to contact you?
Either through email, which is csterner9112@gmail.com, or instant messenger. That I have a couple people that message me through my Facebook group, which is actually the what it does is it sends it to my business page, and there's a special messenger in the business page. So some do it through there, and then there's a fourth way, which is Instagram, and I only have a couple people that talk to me through there, but it does notify me on my phone, and I do get the message.
All right.
There's several.
So Isella, hopefully you got all of that. She was the one who was asking
okay.
for your email. So, all right. Well, great. That is it for fit. I don't have anything other than what I've already shown. So,
yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and ask if there's anybody else want to come on the show and show us anything. Your vintage make along. Maybe you have something you're making for Christmas present you'd like to share.
Yeah, it's that time. It's interesting when you're on Instagram, somewhere around like the beginning of August, I started seeing people posting up Halloween, and on YouTube Halloween crafting. And Lori Armstrong had asked about where did I get the Grinch mold from. I did get it on AliExpress. So once again, we will remind you that if you are going to order anything, you got to get it ordered. It's going to take at the very least 2.5 weeks, but sometimes it takes much longer. So really, you are cutting it close if you're looking for Halloween crafting items right now to get them in time to make stuff for Halloween. But now is a good time to order Christmas items. So just wanted to put that out there once again.
Yeah. That reminds me of some things I want to talk about in Hooks Happenings. So if we want to move on to Hooks Happenings and you have a Cal or a make along that you want to announce, then you can come on and do that as well. We have several. We usually go back and forth like a ping pong table, and I say one and she says one. So that reminds me right off the bat that the new no filter fiber cast will be coming up this week. I'm hoping that Stephanie and I can get a night together, and we're going to launch our next make along. It will run for 3 months, and you'll have all the rules here shortly, but it is going to be based on holidays. So there you go. If you're making some Halloween stuff, you're going to want to make it in enter it in our new no filter fibercast makeup.
Nice.
But it is not the kind of make along that is like the Crafty Nomad. It is based on crochet and knit. So
Gotta be fiber related, people.
Yes. All right. What do you got?
I want to say bye to Annette. Pastel Dreams has to go. We'll see you next time. Thank you for spending time. Thank you for sharing your stuff. So I want to talk about something that has been going on for 8 years, and it is called the Pigskin Party 2021-2022. This is a make-along that has been hosted by Boston. Her name is on Instagram. Her name is Boston Gen 1. The name of her podcast is called Down Cellar Studio. Every year she does a make-along that coincides with the NFL season. So it will start, that's why it's called Pigskin Party. It will start on opening day, and I checked with my husband. He said that's September 9th. But I will link Jen's her blog and her podcast so you can get the details. But it's super, like, I tried to participate, but I'm terrible at make-alongs. I can't even do my own most of the time. So but it's fun. You can knit, you can crochet, you can do a lot of different crafts, and you don't even have to watch the football. It's just sort of themed, like how they give out prizes as themed after football. I think they form teams and they, that kind of thing. But it, is a big deal. 8 years running. So I will link that one down. Again, it's called the Pigskin Party 2021-2022. Down Cellar Studio podcast is the host and the creator of the event, and it will run from the beginning of the football season until Super Bowl, I believe. So it's the whole length of football, and you earn points and all that stuff, and you can win prizes along the way, and you can make your stuff fit, stuff you're already working on. So
That's a good one, Kim. That was a good find. I've never heard of it. 8 years running, and I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Frida says she's watching the Bills game right now. Of course she is.
There you go.
I'm telling you, that is a rivalry because Stephanie and I are Dallas fans. I didn't know if you knew that, but there's all this big rivalries between, New York and Dallas, and
I didn't know, but I gotta tell you, of course we don't care if they ever win, but of course we are Bears fans. We will always be Bears fans because that's just how Chicago people are, And Rose from Rose Life Crochet, if you watch her channel, she'll have on her Bears gear. Chicago people are loyal. They don't care if the team never wins. They are loyal.
That's right. Yeah. Are you ready for some football? Denny says, yeah.
Yes. Lauren's back in the back of the house. You want to bring her up so she can talk about the bot along?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Or whatever you want to talk about, Lauren. Come on in.
That's what I want to talk about. Here, sorry.
You're back.
Yeah, it took me a minute, and you may lose me, so I'm going to go quick. We had a big storm, and like 20 trees fell down in the neighborhood and took power lines out, and actually, like, some of the power poles are still wooden in this old neighborhood, and they like cracked in half. So they keep rolling blackout things while they work on that. So anyway, bot along. So the reason they started doing bot along is Jill Kilgore with Fiber Floozy Craft, and Daniel. I don't know what Daniel's last name is. He's the Paw Ply Guys. He has beautiful hand-dyed yarn and a fairly new YouTube page. So the two of them were talking and felt like Crystal from Bag O'Day had done a lot for them and their channel and helping them growing by just mentioning them and whatever. So this is their way of paying her back, because if you watch her, she doesn't want you to send gifts. She's just like doesn't receive gifts well. She knows that about herself, so she says, please don't send me stuff. So they tried to come up with a way they could show her appreciation but still respect her desire not to receive stuff. So that's why they're doing the bot along. So the rules are: you follow any pattern. You follow the pattern as written or in the tutorial, stated in the tutorial. The things that can alter are the yarn, the color, the hook, and the size you make the item. Otherwise, follow her patterns. The deadline is September 30th. To enter, you email a photo of the finished item to either Jill or Daniel.
Okay.
Email it. You can also post it on social medias and stuff, and if you want to and you're into that thing, you can use the hashtag, but you're not entered unless you email them.
Okay.
Okay? So that's real critical. A lot of people are thinking they've entered because they posted it, because a lot of the things you do with these make-alongs are posting through social media. Theirs is directly to email.
Okay.
The prizes, there will be 2 winners. They're going to put all the names of all the entries. It's not clear to me. I'll have to ask Jill whether or not, like, if you do 10 patterns, do you get your name on the wheel 10 times? I don't know that.
Okay.
But you send in you email them your entry, and then your name will go on the wheel thingy. And they want your whole name. So when you email, don't just do like a nickname or a channel name. They want your whole actual real name in your email. So then they put that real name on the wheel, and then they're going to, I think, do it. I don't know if they're going to do it on the live or if they're going to do a video recording, kind of like what Christy and Stephanie do, or what. But there'll be 2 winners, and one winner will win from Jill the bod thumb drive that she purchased from Crystal.
Okay.
Then the other winner will get from Daniel some of his hand-dyed yarn.
Okay.
And the bod thumb drive has all of Crystal's patterns on it, right?
It has all of the patterns that were
in her Etsy store
at the time that Jill purchased it.
Okay.
Crystal has released several new patterns since then, and those are not on it. But it was still, at the time Jill bought it, it was like 300 and something.
That's a great prize.
Crystal's patterns.
That's a fantastic prize.
And I've bought some of Crystal's patterns. They're really well done. She doesn't read patterns or write patterns herself. She has a partner that does the writing for her.
Yeah.
And does the layout, I think, or maybe her husband does the layout. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've purchased some of her patterns, and they are really well written and nicely organized and easy to follow.
Yeah.
And for somebody like me, I mean, that would be a wonderful prize, because I'm not good at following tutorials. I don't like to stop and start and stop. I'd rather have a written pattern. So that's a fantastic prize.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Daniel's yarn is really beautiful and really hard to get. Like, he is a one-man show, and he has 2 dye pots. So what he does, they do a monthly release, but it sells out in like hours.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on and clearing that up, so we know what we're talking about.
And I did post the video from Jill's page on each of your Facebook pages, so people can go there and watch Jill's video.
Yeah.
And get the email addresses to send it to.
Perfect. I'll link it below too eventually. So thanks so much, Lori.
So to follow up on that, Granny D says that she made 2 baskets, sent one to Daniel and one to Jill. So okay, that makes like kind of like what Stephanie and I do.
Yeah.
All right. So I have another one.
Okay.
Speaking of Stephanie, we found out that she was not studying constantly in August like we thought she was. Because yesterday she announced that her new pattern, her first and only pattern, is done. So she was working on her pattern instead of studying.
Look at that.
So here it is. I did buy it. Yes, I did. I went to her Etsy store and I bought it, and a bunch of her friends did. I saw a whole bunch that bought it. It's only $1.50 right now. I don't know how long that's going to last. Yeah. So grab it, go over to Stephanie's Yarn Escape, find her Etsy shop, and go over and grab it. And guess what? She's doing a make-along too. doing
Yeah.
a make-along. So I don't know all the details on that, but you can go to Stephanie's Yarn Escape on the Facebook page and find out that too. I picked out a yarn already.
Wow.
I'm gonna do it.
I gotta grab the pattern.
I picked out a yarn. Yep. Now, if you've been following me, I went ahead and I bought some Grocery Girl yarn.
Oh, nice.
Yes, all the way from Canada. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to do Stephanie's pattern in the Calico Cat.
Ooh, oh, that's a perfect colorway name. Put it up closer.
I'm going to do it for the next make-along for our show.
Nice.
That way it ties all the show and the make. So I won't be entering into Stephanie's actual Infinite Escape mail, make-along, whatever, Cal. But I will be making it on the No Filter show. So I have to take it up.
Nice, nice, nice.
Exciting. I'm very excited for her. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome news. Yeah. It's always fun. It's a lot of work. Like even a simple pattern, you probably, I know the one that I've done so far and actually published, I probably crocheted that thing 5 or 6 times and then still sent it out to testers. And then, I had to figure out how to, take the pictures, lay it out and, do all of that stuff. And mine was super simple. I can imagine where people do complicated ones. Yeah.
Well, she said that she used a kit that I had given her for Christmas last year. It was a set of 5 minis, and I got them from the Crafty Toes. Yes. Nice. So she used that, and she also has other pictures of other yarns that she used. But the yarn content was fingering weight yarn. So this is fingering weight. So it should end up being quite sizable.
Yeah.
Because we're talking, 400 yards.
Yeah. Woo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Of fingering weight. And I like making.
Well, there you go.
So.
Back in your wheelhouse. That's awesome.
Yeah. There's one up there that I did in one of the Outlander Club yarns. I want to make all of them the Outlander Club yarns in fingering weight. Yeah.
Nice. Well, shout out to Tina, Crafts by the Rose is also a Bears fan. Cynthia King, the Bears, thank you. My husband appreciates it. I'm a fair weather fan. I'm not like loyal. I just, I live with a Bears fan. My dad was a Bears fan. So, by proxy, that's just, I'm from Chicago. So.
Yeah. Do you have another hooks happening?
I do. Let me pull it up. It is something I found on Ravelry, and let's hope that I still have the tab here so I can tell you all about it. Oh God. Okay, let's see if we've lost it. Anyway, did I lose it? All right, here we go. Let's just go to Ravelry. Anyway, it's starting on September 3rd. So you have a little time to get it together. And it's a blanket. Sorry guys. If you want, you know what? But I had a tab and I knew I was going to do this to where I lose the tab when it's time for me to actually probably search something else. So go on to yours and I'll come back.
LaToya likes the Cowboys too. So there, I got 3.
Look at that. Look at that.
You got lots more of those Chicago. I think it's because it's on your channel.
That might be it. Anyway, if you want to share one.
We got to do something. We got to do something with the Cowboys and the what did you say your team name was?
The Chicago Bears, man.
Bears. Okay, Bears. All right. Yeah.
Shame on you for that.
I love you. All right. So you get that thing pulled up yet?
No, I'm still looking.
I know, I'm bugging you. All right. Well, if you want, I can start on my last one.
Yeah, go ahead, and I'll figure this thing out.
Okay, I don't have a lot to say about it, but I do have to say is if you remember me talking about Bonnie Bay, I love Bonnie Bay. She has been teaching people how to both knit and crochet for many years. She's had jobs with crochet magazines, knit jobs, all different venues she's been teaching, but she has her own YouTube channel, and it's Bonnie Barker, Bonnie Bay Crochet, whatever way you know her by. And she is going to be doing a mystery crochet along. We all love mystery, right? So October 4th is when it starts. That's all we know about it, because you can't know too much or it wouldn't be a mystery.
It wouldn't be a mystery. All right, so Judy's on my side. Her husband and her son are Bears fans. Right on. They live in Texas, but you know, what can I say? All right, I did find it. It's called I can't pronounce it. I think it's called Asterade cow. If you could see that blanket.
Oh yeah.
It's a free make along. The pattern is free. It is on Ravelry. I will link it down below. It starts on September 3rd. And
Judy wants you to know she does not live in Texas.
Oh, oops. No,
she doesn't like the Cowboys.
No, that's right. I think it's New Mexico, right? No, I'm not sure about your business. Sorry.
All right. So that blanket is the actual make along. You have to do that blanket.
Yeah, so it's a 12-week make along, starts on September 3rd. Each new part of the cow will be released every 2 weeks. There are 6 parts to the cow with an optional 7th part. And the optional is going to be appliques to sort of zhuzh it up. But yeah, there's a Facebook group, and it's also on Ravelry. So I will link those down below so you can so that if you are interested, trying to show it so you can see how it looks. Anyway, that's the only other one that I had. And I will just mention a couple of my upcoming things. I know I haven't been making any content other than this show, but we have the ornament, the Christmas ornament carousel swap box, which is in my possession and will be transferred to the next person, who is Seta from Seta's Place, real soon. So all of us have been making videos, and a couple people here have participated in it. And so you'll be seeing my video come up on that. There is also another one that I'm participating in with Rose from Rose Likes Crochet. I think Stephanie is a part of it. I don't know if you are, Chris, but
I was just left out in the rain on it. I was left out in the rain. I don't know what's going on.
For traveling, it's a shawl, and it's sort of like what Seta did several years ago. It was a scarf that traveled all around. But this one is a shawl pattern. The pattern is Reggie's pattern from J-Hook Crochet, and we are all there are 2 of them going around. I'm on team yellow. I think Stephanie is on team purple, and I have it in my possession, so I've got to do my part. That video will be coming up, and then I will send it off to the next person. I'll give you more details, but be on the lookout for a few videos from me finally.
Okay. But yeah, I can't believe you're meeting up with Seta tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Awesome. That's awesome. And she'll be putting up a video before she goes home, or when did she say she doesn't?
I don't know. We haven't talked about how she's gonna do it, but
Okay.
yeah. So I know Linda Jean is like Seta is at Z's. Yep, I know. I actually missed the first meetup, but lucky for me, she stayed in town long enough so that I will get a chance to actually see her in person. So I'm excited.
Yeah, she's been planning it for a couple weeks to see her and hand her the box rather than mail it to Alaska. So yeah, that we know. And then it will go on to another person, and then it will go. So there's 4 more people before it comes back to me. Seta's one of the 4, and then 3 more after that. And one of them is the happy crafty homemaker.
Nice. Denisha asked, is it going to be just Seta or Seta and Z? It is going to be Seta, Z, and a few more people. So you guys are, Z, she's going to be the one that puts up the best video of it all. So I'll share pictures, but there's actually going to be a few of us. So it's very exciting. I'm excited. I think Vicky might still be here, but if she's still here from Gotcha Hook, she's going to be there. There's some, so I'm hoping for a couple other people to hang out with us tomorrow, but it's going to be a rip-roaring good time, and I don't have to rush. The first time I met Seta, I took a half a day off work so I could drive to where she was, and it wasn't a long period of time, but it was a great period of time. And this time it's a Sunday, I'm not at work, and I'm going to get to really enjoy it. So
that's great. Yes, Pamela's probably going to be there. Yeah,
I hope so.
Well, we filled 2 hours full of crazy shenanigans.
With both of us saying we didn't have a lot, and somehow we managed to go 2 hours.
Yep. So tomorrow I will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have new stitch markers from Deb. So if anybody's interested, when we get 50 in the room, we usually give one away.
Yep. Oh, speaking of, okay, guys, I know in the last time I got on here, I said I'm not going live because I had to go back to work. Well, guess what? We got a reprieve, and we have not had to go back to work. Now, I don't know, because of so many other things that are currently going on in my life, if I'll be able to pull off the live on Fridays, but it just dawned on me just the other day. I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't have to go back to work, so maybe I can pull off the lives, but we will see. Chris and I have talked also about the possibility of a Zoom kind of knit night, which I would host. And so be on the lookout. We're still trying to hash it all out, and I got a lot going on right now personally that is really taking up a lot of my time and energy. So we'll figure out when all that's going to happen, but I did want to put that out there.
I do want to say that our finishing of the year, when we go into the next quarter, will be ornaments type. And so look forward to that, because we only have one more show before that one would actually get kicked in.
Again, okay.
So, yeah. So the year goes by fast for Hook and Stitch, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, guys, we are so grateful for you being here with us today. I know people are jumping off and having to go. So if you're already gone, we are so grateful that you spent time with us. I am wrapped up here. You have anything else to add, Chris?
No, I will say goodbye from the East Coast. Talk to y'all later.
All right, bye, guys. Kim the Crafty Nomad from the West Coast. We will see you in the next video and on the next show and in these YouTube and Facebook and social media streets. Bye, guys. Take care.